Hey guys, welcome to Recipes Tested. I'm Brianna Robinson, and today I'm going to be testing a little bit of a different video, not really a recipe so much, but I'm going to be reusing a bunch of candle leftovers that I have. I'm a huge candle lover like most people are, and every time my candle stops burning, I just have been saving them. So today I'm going to be trying to reuse them. Throughout this video, I'm going to show you the process of how all of this is, how I got the wax out of the candles. So if you want to see how this recipe turns out, just keep watching and I'll get testing.
Once I got all of my used candles, I went and got my tea kettle and boiled as much water as I possibly could to pour it into the leftover candles. And what this will do is essentially melt the wax, and the wax will float to the top. But as you can see, I'm not filling them up all the way, and with the ones that I'm pouring like right here, they have that kind of lip. So you want to make sure that you get the water as high as you can get it to reach it. Otherwise, you're going to have to be sticking your hand down there and the wax won't come out as easy. But look at how cool this is. It's like a lava lamp, and I just thought that this was like the coolest part of the whole process. I don't know, I just thought it was so rad just watching it. But just saying, with all of these going at the same time, a lot of conflicting smells were going on in my kitchen, but it was really cool to see. I just loved watching all the bubbles go up, and I don't know, this is such a nerdy thing. But once all the wax was at the top as much as it would go, I just basically let it set to cool. It took a few hours. I think this was about 4 hours later when I was testing it, and some of them were cool, some of them weren't quite yet, but I just let them go until the next morning when all of them were cool on top, and took them out of the jars, redid the ones I needed to do. But then when I needed to go and actually make the candles, I started with a double boiler and melted down the wax, put the wick into the wax to stick it on the bottom, and I put the wax that I had taken out into the double boiler and let that melt all down, stirring occasionally, you know, so that nothing was weird. And then I carefully, this is extremely hot, I poured the wax into the candle jar. And I should have put the pencils that you're going to see in a second in there before I poured it in, because it was kind of hard because the wax wick melted with the hot wax. So I wasn't prepared for that. I didn't know. But yeah, so I just basically set that to cool, and once it was almost completely cool, I just did my next layer and did it over and over again until I was all out of candle wax. And that's what I did.
So it's a cozy fall morning, which would explain the robe and the coffee and the candle. And so this is the candle that I had just previously deconstructed and made back into a new. I guess I'll just get to the bottom line. Is it worth it? I guess it would just be a personal thing. To me, it was, because one, I don't like wasting things, food, product, you know, things like this. I feel better reusing it than just tossing it out. But it took a lot of time for the wax to set in between layers, a lot of time for the wax to melt, to get out of the jar and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think that it was fun. I mean, personally, like I said, I don't like wasting things. So doing stuff like this has a good gratification that I clearly need to have more coffee, because I feel like I'm a little burnt than normal. I thought it was fun. I thought it was, you know, something good to do that was like a cozy activity inside. But I would probably rate this entire process an 8 out of 10, only because the final product is great. One thing I was really worried about was the wax being melted down and then losing some of its scent. And so far, so good, which I'm really happy to report. But yeah, I think it's fun. I mean, I would say if you have enough candles, go for it. See if you personally like it. I know that I'll be doing this again, but I know that these candles will take me a while to go through. I'm going to go ahead and finish my coffee and enjoy my candle and a good book. But thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me. If you guys have any tips on things that I could have done differently that would have made this process a little bit better, leave them down in the comments below. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you have not, if you would like to. And I will see you guys with my next video. Bye.